Agenda. In this short video, I'll discuss the following topics. Topic number 1. From a given margin of error to find appropriate n. N here is number of observation. Equation number 1. Standard deviation is given, so we applied normal distribution. And here we assume it's two-sided, so alpha divided by 2. For equation number 2, when the standard deviation is not given, so we calculate standard deviation ourselves based on the given data set, and also we apply t distribution. Topic number 2, constructing a confidence interval for a sample proportion. Topic number 3, from daily prices to calculate annual return. So one is daily, another is annual. So this is topic number 1, trying to derive from the margin of error to derive n. N is number of observation. Okay, so let's write the formula. Okay, so formula is margin of error. And so there are two formulas. Okay, the first formula is if standard deviation is given. So standard deviation given. And so this is sigma square root of n. So square root of n. Okay, so let's call this is equation number 1. Okay, so equation number 2 is when the sigma is not given. Then we apply the t distribution. Sigma equals square root of n. So let's call this equation number 2. Okay. The equation number 1 is sigma is given. Okay, so this is given. And equation number 2 and sigma we have to calculate. Okay. So we have to calculate. We have to calculate the sigma plug in. Why alpha divided by 2? Because here we assume it's two-sided. In the future, if it's one-sided, then it is alpha. Okay, so let's assume, so this is, we assume margin of error is E. We are going to derive equation number 1. Equation number 2 will be identical. So this is Z and alpha divided by 2 and sigma and square root of n. So both sides times square root of n and times square root of n. Then n cancelled. We have square root of n times e equals, so this is e, z square and 2 n times sigma. Then both sides divide by e. So we divide by e and we divide by e. Sorry, this is should be e. Okay, so this is e. Okay, e cancelled. Okay, eventually we have square root of n equals absolute value z to alpha and sigma divided by e. Okay, e. Then we can assume, so this left-hand side times left-hand side, right-hand times right-hand side actually is squared. Okay, so actually this is eventually we have n equals, so this is z alpha divided by 2 sigma and square, and this is e. Okay, so actually we have some n should be larger than or equal to n larger than equal to and this value. Okay, the meaning of this inequality or equal is if we want to satisfy this margin of error. So this is our requirement, and also we have z value and sigma. For the given sigma, our observation should be larger than or equal to this critical value. Okay, The same thing apply when sigma is not given. We simply replace z with t alpha divided 2. Here we have the formula. So this is n z alpha divided 2 square, sigma is given, sigma square, and standard error square. Okay, so this is minimum number of the observation. Okay, so let's look at this example. Okay, and mean cost $50 per day, and so this is $9.65 is standard deviation, and sigma is given. So sigma is given is 9.65. Okay. 9.65. Okay. So 95% probability. So this is confidence interval. Okay. So this is the confidence interval is 0.95. Okay. 0.95, and sample error, actually margin of error. So this is margin of error is $2. Okay, it's $2. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bigger. Okay. So what is the sample size? Okay, what is sample size? Okay, from here we have sigma. You see, we have, for this one, we have 3 values. So E, margin of error, is 2, and sigma is 9.65, and confidence level is 95%. So actually alpha will be 1 minus 0.95. This is 5%. Okay, I'm going to show formula. Show formula. Okay, show formula is simply 1 minus 0.95. Okay, 0.95. Okay. And the first one we calculate z value. Okay, the z value we use norm and dot s or without dot inverse. Okay, the probability. Probability because it's two-sided and scenario, two-sided case. So we use alpha divided by 2. So this is alpha divided by 2. Okay, because we have a square, whether it's negative, positive, doesn't matter, because this is z value, and we have sigma, we have the E. Finally, we have n equals, so n equals this z value, power 2 times sigma, and this is power 2 divided by margin of error and power 2. Okay. So this is our show formula. Make it bigger. Okay, so this is z squared times sigma squared divided by margin of error squared. Okay. So this is minimum size required. It's about 90. This is a minimum sample size to satisfy this requirement.
Shutterstock Music.
Next is about topic number 2. We are going to use 1 year's daily return to calculate proportion of return. It's positive return. What is proportion of positive return? Okay, to get the data, we use R show IBM. Okay, daily. So we enter 0. Okay, then we can copy paste the data to Excel. Launch Excel, then we paste it here. Okay, So these are all the data. So let's go to, so let's calculate return first. Okay, so this is daily return. Okay, so daily return will be equals, so this is daily return equals today's closing divided by yesterday's closing, then minus 1. Okay, then we can copy and paste. Okay, suppose we are only interested in 1 year. Okay, only interested in 1 year. So let's hide all this. Okay, we are only interested in 2019. So let's go to Control File 2019. Okay, so this is our data set. Okay, so let's copy and paste. So this is you don't have to copy paste, and if you know the, okay, so this is our data set. Okay, so let's copy and paste as value. Okay, Control Home. Okay, so let's paste it here. Okay, paste. So this is, I'm going to copy and paste. Okay, so return. Okay, and for this column, Control down arrow, and we have to use correct format. We use date. Okay, so this is date. Okay, so this is our data set. Okay, I'm going to hide all this. Okay, so this is our data set. Okay, so usually the first one I'll calculate and how many return. So should roughly around 225. Okay, close it. Okay, it's 222, and also we know alpha is 5%. So this is a significant level, 252, and we calculate our proportion. So this is P. So let's calculate N, positive. So this is positive. Okay, and we can use count if. So we count return. Okay, Control Shift down. Okay, so count return, and the number return positive should be percentage larger than 0. Okay, enter. So this is our count if. Okay, again I'm going to use show formula. Use a show formula. Okay, so this is our Excel function called COUNTIF. So Q2 to Q253, this should be our return data set, and double quotation larger than 0 and double quotation positive 1. Okay, so this is our P. Okay, this is our P will be positive, and so this is positive number divided by total. So this is our 252 with total. Okay, so this is our P. Okay, so this is our P. Okay, so next one we are going to calculate margin of error. Okay, I'm going to paste our formula. Okay, we have our formula here, right? So we need to calculate this Z, half alpha. Okay, so this is our Z, alpha divided by 2, because it's two-sided. Okay, so this is norm S. So this is inverse This is inverse. Okay, so we have the probability. The probability will be 5% divided by 2 because this is two-sided. Okay, I'm going to copy and show formula. Okay, so this is, okay, again, because here we use we assume it's positive value, so I use absolute z value. Okay, we always choose positive z value, so absolute z value. Okay, finally our margin of error. So our margin of error will be z value times square root p, so this is p times 1 minus p divided by n, and then close it. Okay, so this is easy to make a mistake. I'm going to use a simple method. Okay, so I treat this one as A and this one is N. So like I'll treat margin of, so let's use A. Okay, so A will be P times 1 minus P. Okay, so equals P, proportion. Okay, proportion times 1 minus P. Okay, proportion, so this is P, right? Then, so this is I called B. Okay, the B will be A divided by N. Okay, so this is B equals A divided by N. Okay, so this is, so equals A divided by N. Okay, so A divided by N. Okay, finally we have square root of B. Okay, so this is square root equal SQRT, square root of B. Okay, and finally we have margin of error. Okay, so I'm going to use the show formula here. Okay, okay, and so we defined P times 1 minus P as A. You see, P times 1 plus P, so this is T5. Okay, then we define B as A divided by B. Then square root of B will be this one here. Okay, finally we have margin of error. Okay, margin of error will be our absolute z value. So absolute z value times and square root of B. So this is our margin of error. Oh, should it be here? Okay. Of course, this is not a value. Okay, so this is, so margin of error will be equals our z-score times square root of B. Okay, enter. Okay, so this is our margin of error. Okay, and because our alpha is 5%, so this is lower limit, lower bound. Lower bound will be P minus margin of error. Okay, so this is margin of error of 6%, and upper bound will be our p-value plus margin of error plus margin of error. So this is lower bound. One is lower bound, another is upper bound. Okay, I'm going to copy the formula, copy the show formula here. Okay. Oh, sorry, I should copy this one. Okay, make it bigger. Okay, I'm going to repeat, just summarize our concept here. Okay, so this for this exercise, we want to look at percentage of return, daily return positive. Okay, then we calculate 95% confident interval. Okay, first one we calculate n, we use count to calculate how many observations do we have. So it's 225. Okay, alpha is given is 5%. Then we use count if to calculate how many observations, how many daily return they are positive. We have 144, and so this 144 divided by 252, we have proportion is about 57%. Then we apply this formula to calculate margin of error. So this is, we use absolute z-score and use norm dot s dot inverse. This is alpha divided by 2. Then we use absolute value. So finally, our lower bound and upper bound is 51% versus 63%. So this is our 95% confidence interval. This is topic number 3. We download the daily historical price data and convert to annual return data. Okay, so this is in-class exercise. Okay, type .ice. So we launch r.ice. Okay, so this is 38 from daily price to annual return. So there are 3 ways to get the data. Okay, the first method is show IBM 0. So we enter 0, then we launch Excel and paste here. Okay, so if you're using Mac, you can download here. So this is, you can download a CSV file. Alternatively, you can also download text file. Okay, so actually that's number 4. Number 4 method is you go to Yahoo Finance, you enter IBM, then you download all historical daily data. Okay, and first we tried method 1. Okay, so let's get the data. Okay, so show IBM daily. Okay, enter 0. Okay, launch Excel and paste. So let's go to Excel. And we choose cell A1. So we paste it there. Okay. So we are going to use method 1. Okay. So what is method 1? Okay. And we generate a column called YYY by using the year function. Okay. And also when this YYY change from, for example, from 1962 to 1963, then we record that adjust closing. Okay. Okay. So this is we called YYYY. Okay. So equal year. So this is year function. We enter date. Okay. Enter date. and then we double click, and then we got all these values. Okay, and for the first one, we use adjust closing, so we get this value. Okay, we use adjust closing. So let's call this one ADJ2, adjust price. Okay, let's use price 2. Okay, this is adjust price 2. Okay, so we are going to enter 0, 0, 0 until, so let's going down here, 1963. Okay, so we are going to here, so let's go down here. So this is so let's look at these two values. Okay, and from 1962 to 1963, so we are going to get this value. Okay, we are going to get this value. So this is adjusted closing. Okay, adjusting closing. Okay, so this is where you can use if function. If this value equals, if they are same, we don't do anything, so we enter an empty value. Okay, otherwise we take this value, hit enter. Okay, now we got this adjusted close. So we can use show formula to show the formula here. Okay, show formula. Should I use I? Okay, use I. I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, so this is the formula. Okay, so H25253. So this is 253. So this 62 equals this value. Then we have nothing. Otherwise, we take the value F25. So let's copy just one. Okay, let's copy just one, and we copy here. Okay, and because these two values, okay, because 1963, they are equal, then we don't have anything. Okay, we are going to copy this formula. Okay, we're going up to top and Control Shift down arrow. Oh, I have to. So let's paste formula. Okay, of course we don't see anything until this one. Okay, so let's double click here. Let's click. Then we continue. Okay, so 19, end of 19. You see, this is last. So this is end of the year observation. Okay, so we got Control End, then we got a result. Okay, next we are going to copy these two columns, okay, to another spreadsheet. Okay, Control Shift down. Okay, so let's copy. So we go to another spreadsheet and we paste it here. Okay, so let's Control End. Okay, for this one, and now our intention is remove these blanks. So remove this blank. So we highlight our data set, and we click data, we click sort, then we sort according to price, and from low to high, from A to Z. Okay, okay. So if you look here and continue, go this way, and so we are going to collect our data. Okay, so all the blank we move to the end. Okay, The second time we are going to sort it one more time. Okay, we only sort this value according to year. Okay, sort according to y, and also from smallest to highest. We click OK. Okay, so the first one is we can think beginning of the year and ending of the year. Okay, and so this is we can calculate first return. Annual return is the two way to calculate. The first way is end of the year minus end of year previous year and divide by previous year. So this is I called method 1. So let's call it return annual. Return annual. I call the return annual 1. Okay, I'm going to show the formula. Okay, show formula. So this is, so actually the show formula is simply price P1 minus P0 divided by P0. Okay, so this is we can just copy and paste. Then we got all our annual return. Okay, we calculate our all annual return. Okay, and another method is to calculate. So this is called we use end of the price this year divided by end of the year price of previous year minus 1. Okay, then we have the identical result. Okay, I'm going to use show formula. Okay, I use it. Show formula. Okay, and so these two formula are the same, identical. Okay, the first one is simply the ending price this year minus ending price previous year divided by ending price of the previous year. The second method is simply ending price of this year divided by ending price of the previous year minus 1. For the first equation is easy to understand. Difference divided by investment. The second method is we can avoid some mistakes.
Shutterstock Music.
To calculate annual return from daily historical price, we have another method, and we calculate daily return first. Okay, the first step is we calculate daily return. Okay, so daily return will be today's closing, adjust closing, divided by previous day's adjust closing, minus 1. Okay, I'm going to use show formula to show this one. Okay, so this is make it bigger. Okay, and we use this one. So today's adjust closing stock price divided by previous day's adjust closing price minus 1. Okay, then we copy and paste. Okay, because we need 1 plus R, so this is daily, and return plus 1. Okay, plus 1. And for this one is simply equals 1 plus return. So this is 1 plus daily return. Okay, then we can just copy and paste. Okay, as insert. Okay, the last one we generate y column. Okay, so this one we use equals year, and we use the date. So this is date and 1962. Okay, so this is 1962. Then we copy and paste. Okay, so actually we only need these two columns, I column and j column, the daily price +1 and y. So let's highlight and Control Shift down. Then we click Insert and we click Pivotal Table. Okay, so this is our input area, and new worksheet, new spreadsheet. We simply click OK. Then this is our pivotal table. Okay, on the right hand side we see we have daily return, we have y, and also we have 4 panels. Okay, so our objective is put y as row and put daily return plus as values, and we use product. Okay, the first thing is we drag this one to row. Okay, on the left hand side you will see 1961, 1963, 1964, and continue. Okay, the bottom line is our annual return is 1 plus R1 times 1 plus R2 times 1 plus R3 times until the 1 plus Rn minus 1. So actually we put daily price +1, put it here. Okay, so if you look at the title, it's sum of daily return. So this is not correct. We should use product. Okay, on the right hand side bottom, you will see the sum of daily return +1. Click here, then we see the menu. Okay, value field setting. Okay, the first one sum, second one is the count, average. So eventually we find the product. So product is the correct one. Simply click OK. Then we have, so this is, this number -1 will be annual return. Okay, so I'm going to highlight our result. Okay, and click copy, and for a new spreadsheet. Okay, so let's go back to original one. Okay, so this is our original one. No, this is not correct. Yeah, this is our original one. Okay, so let's put it here. Okay, let's put it here and paste. Okay, so this is product of daily return -1. So finally we have, so this is, so this value -1. Okay, so this is value -1. So this is our return. Okay, so we copy and paste, and the last is 2020. Okay. Okay. So actually we can, so this is, sorry, this is return annual. This is our annual return. Okay, annual return. Okay. So actually we can manually check 1 or 2 numbers. Okay. So annual return. So let's look at the first number. Okay, so this is first number. So let's make it red. So actually, so let's assume P0 and P1. Okay, P0 will be our first number. Okay, first number. Okay, P1 will be end of year. So let's look at F. Okay, so let's go to F. Going down, so this is last date. Okay, so this is December 31st. Okay, December 31st. So this is will be our, I'm going to make it red. So this is not correct. Okay. So this is F253. Okay. I can just copy. I can copy this value. And here, so this is P1. Okay, P0, P1. And return. So this is return for 1962. It's simply, so this number divided by this number and -1. Then we have the same result. So this number is negative 31.77. So this is also negative 31.77. So this is the second method to calculate any return from historical daily price.